everyone, it's Muriel. I am here to show you another DIY project that I completed. I wanted to alter some of these canisters that I had someone save for me. These are the canisters that you purchase nuts in or chocolates in from Costco, and I had a co-worker save me several from the area where she works, the department she works in. She is an assistant buyer for the nuts and chocolates and things like that. So she saved me 6, and I wanted to alter them to use in my daughter's cabinets in her apartment. I didn't think of getting a nice, canister set where you put the flour and sugar. First time apartment, I thought these would just work fine. So let me show you what I'm using. I picked up this paper pad from Recollection some time ago. It's called Playing with Food. It was one of those hot buys for $5, and it has some really interesting sheets in it, and I'll show you what I used. It has also these really cool recipe cards that you could cut out to use if you want to make a recipe mini album. There are some other cutouts all about desserts and things like that, but I'll show you these black ones because they're really cute. Goodness. Well, here's another cutout page with just different images about food, and let's see, where is the recipe one, because those are really look like they'll be fun to create with. Okay, there. So they appetizers, entrees, and sweet treats. So you can just write your recipes on there, maybe give that as a gift to someone. So the papers that I used were this black sheet here with all these images that says recipes. You have wisp, butter, eggs, cinnamon, all kind of food items listed on it in a hodgepodge kind of fashion. And then for the top of the canisters, I used a die and cut out from this paper, this gingham, really big wide gingham pattern here, because I thought it looked Pantry. So I went on to the internet on Pinterest, and I found someone who had a free labels, pantry labels. And I mean, there were so many that you could print out, so I did print all of them. Of course, Mia is not going to be using all of them, but I printed them out on some 110-pound cardstock, and it suggested that you laminate it, so I did that because you recall I bought a laminator refill, and I thought it was the permanent adhesive, so I was glad to be able to use it. I just kind of switched them out of my Xyron when I need permanent versus the laminate. So you get these here, right? All different labels, and I just kind of cut them out, and I'll show you what I did here. I just have this container. I just created this, labeled it Pantry Labels. So I cut a bunch out last night while I was sitting down watching the Olympics. Sprinkles and coloring, oat bran, oatmeal, chips, snacks, granola, fruit snacks, popcorn, cream of wheat, brown sugar, baking soda, powdered sugar, cookies, cereal, and beans. So a lot of these we as head of the household would use, but I think for her, I don't see where she's going to be using, we don't even do cream of wheat. So but I cut them out because I probably eventually do my pantry up that way. And then I just kind of put them on the container. Now I cut the background paper out 3.5 by 4, I believe, and then I glued the label onto it. On the back, the canisters had some kind of printed time stamp on it, so I just took some washi tape, covered that up, and then from the paper pad they have these cutouts of different pantry labels again, so I just covered that one with the word sugar, as it says sugar in the front. And then I'm using these cute little wooden icons, and these are from Prima. They are the Forever Green wood icons. I thought I would put those to use. I have a little hodgepodge of them little kettles, little donuts, little coffee cups, little mason jars. Right, so I'll show you how I stuck that one on the sugar container. And then this little cup on the flour container. And then on the top, I use a spellbinder die to cut out that gingham to put on top of the lid. Okay, here's the pasta. Now the pasta one, I'm using one of these forks from Michael's Dollar Spot. You recall they had a theme this year all about eating good and things like that. So I put the fork on this one. For snacks, I put another donut, and on the back there was a cookie here, but I covered it with where it says snacks. And I like that they're clear because she can look inside. If something is turning to something it shouldn't be, she can always look inside, and if so, just throw it away. This one here, I put a mason jar for the cereal. The apartment complex she's moving in, I was looking online and it talked about making sure that you maintain a clean place, free from bugs and this and that and that. So instantly I came to mind, when we go up there on the 8th, we're going to pick up the keys. I am taking with me a couple of mouse traps, and I am also taking some ant bait little things, and I'm bringing some spray, and I'm going to set the traps and set the bait out just in case. I have seen the ants that are up there where she goes to school, because I cooked dinner for her once in the hall. I made her dinner, and I was just floored by, first of all, how disgusting students can be with the kitchen that's downstairs for them to use. Dishes in both sinks, stove, just disgusting. So you know me, if I'm going to cook, I got to clean all this up. So I kind of put all the dishes in one sink and then kind of cleaned around everything. And there were this section on the floor where all these ants were. And these are like big black ants, not like the little ones I had in my house. These were huge. And I had to call like the maintenance people to come and take care of that. So I share with my daughter, I know what kind of ants they have up there, so it's important that you make sure that things are kept sealed. And I thought these plastic containers would be better than box, because you can't see. So if something crawls in your flour box, you're not going to be able to see it. So anyway, I mean to gross you out, but that was my thought. So, okay, here is one that says bread flour, although she's just going to put regular flour in there, and I need to put a sticker on the back of that one. So that's what I have been doing, and I think these will look nice in the cupboard once we get up there. And again, these were printed from a online free Pantry label printable site. I don't think I kept it, but they have such a bunch of them, and also you can use you can print the ones that are blank, so then you can fill in whatever it is that you keep in your pantry if it's different than what's printed out here. So I thank you all for watching, and please feel free to leave a comment down below, and have a great day today. Bye now.